I'll start the game here. So far, I've taken a bishop and he hasn't. And let me just show you what happened there. He accidentally hangs a bishop. So I just take the bishop because, again, I have my knight protecting and I don't think he wants to make that trade. So that's what happened earlier, how I took his bishop. So now we go a little bit further. I move my bishop back into a more safe square. And then he puts the knight up here. He's sort of pinning my knight a little bit. Not really pinning, but he sort of is. One of the things I've been studying is pawn structure. And if you double up their pawns, you really give them a disadvantage in the endgame if you play it right. So I take the knight, and this forces him to double up the pawns. So I'm still ahead in points, of course. So now I make my attack. First thing to do is to kick his king. So according to the computer, I should have put the knight here or castled. I see. So I shouldn't have done this. So I'm kicking the queen a little. He moves the queen back. And then this is when another thing I've been slowly getting better as putting a knight outpost, right? The knight's being defended by 2 pieces. He probably doesn't want to make this trade. So my knight outpost. And notice what I'm eyeing eventually. I want to potentially fork. So that's what I'm eyeing eventually. And as of this point, I know I'm ahead. I just need to not make any stupid mistakes in attack. Let's see what he should have done. He should have put the knight here to threaten my knight. That would have been a really good idea. And then he also could have moved his king to prevent the fork potentially. So that's really good. So I think he's trying to attack here. That's why he moved here. So according to the computer, I still should have done that because to defend here. Interesting. Let's see what I actually do. I castle because I can defend. It's a little dangerous to have your king as the only defender. I see what they mean. So he moves the queen here. That is not good because notice here, I got a triple fork and there's nothing defending this. So I got my triple fork. Triple fork. First time. We always remember certain firsts. This was my first triple fork. And notice, guys, it's also a discovered attack. So it's a triple fork and it's a discovered attack on the queen. So he's going to lose the queen because he has to move the king because this is a triple fork that is also a check. He has to move the king to threaten my knight. And let's see what the computer says he should have done. The computer says, computer says he should have gone up here. He goes here. I, of course, take the queen. And notice, now I'm also threatening the rook, right? So he might capture my knight, but I'm going to take a rook. That's a pretty good exchange. 1 knight for a rook and a queen. So he does a desperado move. This is the first time I've seen an enemy do a desperado move. Basically, he knows this piece is most likely lost. But is it, though? I guess the computer says he should have taken my bishop. Yeah, so it technically wasn't a desperado move because he didn't have to lose this rook. So if he went here, I couldn't do this because if I did this, I would get my knight taken. Yeah, he didn't have to do this desperado move, but he did the desperado move. Now I just take his rook and then he resigned. So let's see what he could have done. He probably could have taken my knight. I would have still been way ahead in pieces. I still would have had to play this out. I get it. He probably didn't have too many abilities to come back. Knowing me, I probably would have done this one. So I would have gone here. And then he probably would have tried to threaten me. I see. Nah, I get it. That's why the computer recommended your best move is to just retreat the bishop completely. Put him in a diagonal where the opponent might eventually forget about this, right? So I get it. So yeah, I get it. Let's go back to my triple fork. Just celebrate a little. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus a discovered attack. That's also a skewer. So played out perfectly. And then boom, boom. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know. Do you remember your first discovered attack? Do you remember your first triple fork? Leave your comments below. Make sure to share and press the like. Talk to you guys soon.